And hello, honkers. We are here with another match of Untitled Goose Game Any Percent Glitchless Tournament. I am Tasselfoot. I am here with Alley Cat.
Howdy, everybody.
And we have a second round match between Briguy and FeyChrysalis. I know the runners are looking forward to getting started, so we are going to count them down real fast and get this started, and then give you guys some basic info about Goose Game.
Be a good one.
So they are going to be off real soon in the next few seconds.
Given the honk, we're just waiting for that stream delay to come through.
Yep. So this is a best of 3. I would expect these runs to be between 15 and 20 minutes each. And Briguy is our 4 seed. FeyChrysalis is our 15. Right? 15? 13. 13. The number was really small.
Well, they are off now, and we are going to see them head for the gate, and this is going to be our first little trick of the run. We're going to avoid using the word glitch, I guess, but we're going to try and pop through that fence. Briguy's through free, Fey a little bit behind.
Yeah, really clean, smooth opening from Briguy. And so we don't, you're going to see that, and kind of one other thing right near the end that is borderline glitchy. But we define a glitch as requiring an item or going through an object, and that does not do either of those, so we allow it.
I think you'll find conveniently that the things that we do allow that we're not calling glitches, they are things that are pretty much dead time. Like, you're not dealing with the RNG of the NPCs or having to dodge around like the game mechanics. They are just things that it's okay. We're just going to skip them.
So yeah, both of our runners here in the first section of the game. This is the garden. In Untitled Goose Game, you have a series of tasks that you need to complete. And when you complete all of the tasks except for one, it will unlock a final task, which will then, completing, will unlock the area, the subsequent area.
Looks like Briguy might have, yep, that first set of tasks. So we don't do the long gather task. So
yeah,
we're just going to head through, see whether we can get that groundskeeper to stomp his thumb.
So Briguy is one of our old school runners, and looks like he is doing old school strats too. He was very active in the early days of Any Percent Glitchless, but has not been so active in the past couple of months. So some of the things that we discovered and some of the route improvements, I'm not sure if he's going to incorporate.
And interestingly, Fey had a bit of a break as well. So she did mention that she's not confident with the newer strats either. So both of them entering the high street without taking the trowel. And they're going to try and get the boy to buy back his plane instead. Again, the plane and the broom, same time.
Yeah. The older strats are definitely more consistent, but they do lose about 10 to 12 seconds over the new method of luring groundskeeper Willie to buy back his trowel.
Fun part here being that both runners using the old strat means that they're not competing against a different strategy. They're just trying to execute the same thing. So that's actually quite fun to see.
It looks like the
that boy grabbed his
is in the way.
I see. Oh, the boy is very dejected right now.
What? I'm not really sure what's happening right there. Maybe a honk. Oh, okay. that was kind of weird. Weird stuff happens in Goose Game.
The NPCs occasionally get a little bit stuck.
Yeah.
But there we go. Both sides now looking to get that purchase done.
So yeah, the shopkeeper was also, the pathfinding can be weird. If any sort of object is blocking a path, they can't go over it. They have to go around. That was what was happening on Briguy's side before as well.
She turns around to try and see him when he honked there, but didn't get the time saving.
Animation cancel on Fey's side, which is really nice on that older strat. Real easy to do, and that honk cancels it out.
And now both runners with the shopkeeper in the garage. It's pretty close at the moment.
About 10 seconds lead for Briguy. So, but it is, the first two sections of the game are a lot more consistent than the back garden, which we're coming up to, and also the pub, which those two areas are longer and a lot more RNG cycles that can cost you significant amounts of time.
And you're also trying to manage the cycles of multiple NPCs at the same time. So if one of them goes a little bit off the rails, then you might have your timing messed up for the other.
So yeah, and usually a miss cycle is like 15 seconds minimum.
Oh, Fey unfortunately bumps Roger.
Yeah, we call these neighbors Roger and Tina, as opposed to the tidy and messy neighbor. It's a little bit shorter, and I don't know, they strike me as a Roger and a Tina. For whatever reason, about half the NPCs in the game have unofficial names from the community, and half of them do not. A little bit, yeah. Both, as you can see, both of our runners already having some issues here in back garden. It is where runs really start to have issues.
I think fortunately for both of them, or wisely, I guess, they both did stash the slipper and the newspaper behind the safer hedge rather than going for the nearby one. So even though Roger's run all the way down the garden, he's not going to uncover that stash.
Yeah.
Which we did see, I think, in this morning's runs, or earlier runs, caused quite a few problems for the runners.
Yeah, and the Fancy Duck lost a minute and a half because a slipper got seen.
So Briguy just misses the cycle on the T there, so he's just going to work on the Goose statue. Meanwhile, Fey making a move to get that bus dressed up.
Okay, so Briguy makes it on the next cycle there. I wasn't sure if he was gonna try to change up the task order or not, and I do not recommend doing that.
He's trying to lure Tina up to the bell faster, but is just succeeding in making her a bit antsy.
Yeah.
Fey getting that Goose nicely hidden, and does need to get the bus dressed up. So
back garden.
Wonder is she'll often be a bit fickle about the costume party. If she has multiple pieces to try and get on the bus, sometimes she'll change her mind just like that. And her positioning, we like to put the pieces actually on the grass just above so that she doesn't keep walking circles around the dish.
And sometimes she can just forget that they're there, even though she sees them right in front of her. She doesn't actually see them. So putting them on the grass right next to the plate there is a way to avoid that from happening. So
Runner's looking pretty close here. I think both have just the vase left to go.
And the slipper.
Yeah. I usually consider those two together. And the slipper grab can be quite hard if you get seen with your ribbon or vase. Oh, and Faye, unfortunately. In fact, both of them.
Oh, this is, again, like 30, 40 seconds of time loss, probably.
Oh, and Tina is going to see that broken vase, I reckon, on Briguy's side.
Yep. Did
That's going to give Roger time.
Oh, but Briguy got the slipper and Fey did not.
Oh, okay.
So
okay, that's
Briguy
gonna be
is
a fair bit of time difference.
Yeah, this is pretty bad for Fey, unfortunately. Because you need Roger to sit down, and he's not going to sit down.
We just need to hide that vase. Unfortunately, Tina's position on Fey's side will probably mean that she's going to have to wait through the argument if she doesn't delay the vase break. So it is going to be a bit of a time loss here.
Oh, and yeah, Fey's kind of going into full on like damage control mode right now.
Did Roger spot the stuff behind the bush there?
I think so. He was talking. He had the newspaper aggroed in his mind. So I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully after this argument, she'll be back on track.
No,
he's gonna. Oh no.
No. Oh, this is. You hate to see this happen.
Come on, Roger. I did at one point really want to just wish that we'd name Tina differently so I could just yell, Stella! Oh, here we go. Reset on Fey's side. Just going to try and...
she's going to try to just really reset everything. We've seen that from a couple of runners actually in this tournament where... And pretty much only in back garden where things kind of go so horribly wrong that you just need a do-over. Thankfully, it doesn't reset the tasks, so Fey only has to do the one task still.
Unfortunately, the bump again on the slipper, so we're going to try and get Roger back in position. Briguy's doing quite nicely here. Managed to get the flower. I think got one of the old man's tasks. Didn't see which one, but running out with the glass now.
Yep, progressing. Little that nice hiccup. Oh.
Oh, you hate to see that.
Yeah, that.
He has a bit of a lead, so that's fine. He can get another one.
Yeah. Thankfully, there are actually an infinite number of pint glasses that you can grab. I've broken the pint glass 3 times before. I've had to grab a 4th pint glass, even though there are only 3 that are actually there. If you take all 3 of them and they break, the pub lady will magically replace one of them from her infinite supply of pint glasses.
So Briguy playing it safe to escape there. You can actually honk coming down the steps to startle the burly man, and we call him Vinny. You can startle him and run through, but it is safer to go around.
Oh no!
I was going to mention that earlier. So of the 2 things that can go wrong on the bridge, Briguy has hit both. You can either...
Well, that's actually really smart to reset there. If he didn't reset there, he would have to go all the way back to the start of the game, go all the way through garden, through high street, through back garden, and back to the pub again. It takes about 2 full minutes to do that.
Having said that, I believe, did he have the final task unlocked there? Oh, he's still got to get the boat.
Yeah, he's not finished yet, but those tasks do not reset. It did
not
put him
much left
back.
To go.
Yeah, and it lost him significantly less time. Also, in that regard, with resets, both of our runners are playing on the Switch version, which is slower to reset. It's the only difference between the versions of the game. All of the tricks, all of the glitches can be done on any version, but resets are 7 seconds slower on the Switch than on PC. Which usually does not...
Oh, fails on the stall grab. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just saying, normally resetting doesn't come into play in Glitchless, but it has and is evened out for both of our runners here. They've both lost the same amount of time from that reset.
Being in a tournament environment, we don't allow... Well, there's no advantage to just restarting your run. You are forfeiting the match, so... being able to reset to at least recover a little bit of your progress has worked for a few runners. We're going to see Briguy trying to manage Pub Lady and the burly man here.
Yep. I was afraid of. Okay, Box Girl
Not
with
too
the
bad.
assist there. Yeah. Box Girl, who is normally always in the way, actually came and helped out that time.
Faye's ready to grab the boat if she can just distract the Pub Lady.
She's definitely being safe over here, luring Pub Lady as far to the right as possible.
Oh, but the sync wasn't on, so we're gonna do that loop a second time, I think. Or at least. See, we might have just enough time. You can grab the boat a little bit before it hits the bottom corner, but slow to wait for it. Briguy, for the safety, untying Vinny's shoelaces there.
Yeah, it's 20 seconds for that sink to fill up to be able to grab the toy boat. Feels like an eternity when you're waiting for it.
It sure does. And we did see on Briguy's side what we hinted at earlier, the other not a glitch that we allow for this category. You can lever yourself up over the bush there using your goosey neck. I think Archimedes would be proud. And we don't consider that a glitch. You can get there under your own power. It is just the terrain is a little bit angled in a way that you can do it.
Yeah, it's you go over the tree, and so you take advantage of that. It doesn't really work unless you kind of neck yourself right on that tree.
And we are heading into the bell return, and because Briguy went for the safety on untying Vinny's shoelaces, it does make him more likely to still be there when you have the return. But nicely managed.
Minimal time loss. So the game difficulty definitely gets harder in each area as you go along, and the reverse of that holds true in the bell return.
Let's go.
The pub is the hardest area. Briguy manages relatively unscathed.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Faye needs to turn around though. When an NPC is just staring at you, just making eyes at the goose, you just need to turn around. Show them your butt, and then they'll go back to doing what they're trying to do. But if you look at them and they're looking at you, they'll just keep staring at you.
Over on Briguy's side, Tina almost snatches the bell out of his beak before he jumps onto the other side, but he does save it, so looking quite good now. Faye's having a little dance with Vinny. Looks like now in the clear for that final task there.
Yep. Yeah, I think Faye will be okay at this point. And Briguy should be okay for the rest of his bell return here.
This little duck and weave there, and we are seeing Briguy use the bell dropping technique. The NPCs, when they see you with a bell, they will chase you. But if you drop it, they'll sometimes go into their little startled animation, so you can slow them down a bit.
Yeah, it makes the bell return so much better. Is really
otherwise
the
you're
best
stressing about stressing about them just reaching over and grabbing it out of your beak.
Yeah,
and Briguy looks to be home clear.
Yep, he's gonna get just under 18 minutes. It looks like, as Faye is getting in to grab the bell.
We did see in that run a little bit of that RNG and just NPC messiness that we talked about when we started in the back gardens. The runners were pretty on par with one another, and then just a few things can just they cascade in this game.
Yeah, that's that back garden really hurt.
We did almost see Briguy drop that lead in the pub, but he managed it quite well. So Fey's probably got a couple of minutes left here.
Yep, we got plenty of time to let her finish.
Yep, sounds good.
She also has a Vinny. Not really sure why Vinny was right there. And if that happens, you really are you shouldn't fight him. You're too close to be able to grab and peck at his shoelaces. So you really do need to fully get out, in which case it's much easier to get the shoelaces.
I'm going to head up to, back gardens.
Yep.
Oh, yep, and we just got Fey's audio. Nice.
Yep.
Oh, she might be a bit close there.
Yeah. Okay.
So, that's fine. And I'm going to use the bell for a distraction.
If Tina's too close to the desk drawer when you try to pull it out, she'll just push it right back in.
She went through the trouble of putting the desk back together while you were gone, so she doesn't want you pulling it apart again. That's fair enough. One thing we didn't really touch on too much through that first run was the priorities that the NPCs have, and we did see Fey trying to manipulate what Tina was cared about during that bell return. She does prioritize the big bell over even the little bell. So, trying to get through safe there.
Yep, no problems getting through High Street there.
Happy boy, no match for the Goose.
Nope.
See Briguy just doing a little bit of practice on the left of...
Just playing with the cabbage.
Yep. One of the most rage-inducing parts, but Fey's going to finish this off very nicely, ducking around the gardener. You mentioned earlier that it gets easier on the bell return, like the same way as the difficulty ramps up, it ramps back down. But I find the gardener very frustrating.
If the groundskeeper grabs the bell, then yes, it is. All bets are off, and it's incredibly hard to get it back. Thankfully, he's pretty easy to avoid.
It's getting in. Nicely done.
There we go. GG Fey. And I think we'll be able to get started relatively soon with game number 2. As soon as
I'm keen
Fey and Briguy are ready.
I'm keen to see how round 2 goes. I think both of them have pretty strong starts and possibly a little bit of tournament anxiety. Hopefully the nerves have settled down a bit heading into the second one, because I think actually the runners were just trying to go a little bit too fast. That's why we saw things like bumping Roger and having things seen when running around in the back gardens.
I'm also curious when Briguy last did a run. I don't know if he's done any practice beforehand, or if this potentially was the first run that he's done in 2 or 3 months. Yeah, Fey was having some frame drops and some stream issues. I think she's going to try to look into that real quick. And if it is the fact that Briguy has not done a run of Goose Game in 2 to 3 months, I would expect him to get better on this second run.
Yeah, everything's settled back in. The muscle memory is back. You remember which NPCs you need to really herd around. See. Hopefully the frame drop issues should be resolved on Fey's side.
The extra objectives unlock after you've beaten the game, after you've returned the bell home. Then it gives you access or displays the hidden tasks. But you can earn the hidden tasks from the very beginning of the game. So like in all hidden tasks category and 100% category, we earn a number of those hidden tasks before we've actually beaten the game. Okay, looks like our runners are getting close.
All right, we just hopefully Faye will reset her counter as well.
Okay. Yeah. And hello to everyone in chat. Yeah, Faye is still trying to sort out the frame drops. Goose is just too pretty to not be able to see in all of that 60 FPS glory.
Okay, looks like both of our runners are ready again. We're going to count down. Going in about 10 seconds or so.
Yep, good old stream delay. The anticipation is killing me.
Single leaf will make its way across the screen. There we go, and they're off. Okay, just a slight bit ahead, but that's okay. We've got the counters.
Yep.
And heading back over to that gate to see who can squeeze through first.
Well.
Might almost make it over the top. Not quite.
Yeah, getting a little bit of a hover there, but not able to get through. So neither one of them getting any fast movement through that gate. And I don't think we mentioned about the RNG of Groundskeeper Willie. Briguy getting kind of average RNG, Faye getting really bad RNG.
The RNG is in where the groundskeeper actually spawns. So he can spawn in various spots around the garden. We like him being near the front because then we can get in faster.
Or ideally, he'll be right by the sprinkler.
Yes, that way we get 2 tasks in one. Now, Briguy's been spotted with the rake, but
yeah, he's
his
doing.
Timing should work out nicely.
Yeah, he's again doing one of the older strats. It's safe, but loses I think it's about 3 or 4 seconds versus the kind of optimal hat grab currently.
So the difference between the 2 strats is in one you let the groundskeeper think about what's happened to his hat while he's standing over the rows, and the other one you take him over to the bush where you've hidden his hat, and then he's able to walk over to the to his sun hat a little bit easier.
Yeah, it speeds up. You're able to grab the hat earlier, so that happens faster, and then you're also moving him closer to his hat.
And if you work out the timing just right, you usually get the rake in the lake right at the same time as he puts that hat on.
Yep, which then means that he is really close to the sign for his final task.
Unfortunately, the boy wasn't quite scared enough of the goose on Briguy's side. Refused to close the door, but he's in now. And Faye's also going to chase the boy in. Again, the runner's pretty close here.
Yeah, you can sometimes actually honk too much in that situation. You want to, in general, like, honking is good, but all good things in moderation. Oh, and Briguy
Oh,
missed
the
the
glasses.
cycle. Yeah, he's gonna have to get the shoelace again. Very, very nice. That can be really tough to get the shoelace when the boy is just wandering around normally. Oh,
Coming
Faye.
at him from in front, it's a little bit hard. He'll try and kick you away, whereas from behind, he doesn't see as easily.
Yeah, I thought Faye was going to have the same thing happen, but she had done some safety movement before and had undone both of the shoes, so she was okay.
Interestingly, the boy doesn't always retie his shoelaces if you're off screen when he comes out of the phone booth. When you come back on screen, he'll be like, oh, why are my shoelaces undone?
Yeah, and so Faye had a little trouble moving Timmy into the shop. That's because she was just too close. So the boy moves, you know, at an angle relative, you know, to the goose, or so, you know, directly opposite of where the goose is pointing. So the farther away that you are, the more easily you can control him.
Sort of like herding sheep with a sheepdog, really.
I think that is a
goose.
wonderful analogy. We're herding children as a goose. Yeah.
And Briguy's done with the second zone.
I think about 15 seconds we're looking at of a difference here. First race was about 10. So still pretty close. You know, as we saw in race 1, things started to get a little wild in the back garden. So we'll see what happens this time. Hopefully we have no resets from either runner this race.
Briguy's honking. They're hopefully trying to keep Tina up in the upper part of the gardens. Tina's utmost priority is to keep her fence closed. So when we untie the fence down low, whatever she's doing, she will stop to tie it back up. We want her up high so that she can finish off the bust, really.
Yep, it's all the choreography and the route in back garden is very, very specific and tight throughout the entire thing. And one of the big pieces of that is having Tina at the top in order to do the bust right away. And that's so that we can make that cycle right there that Briguy didn't make. I don't know why he didn't do that. He had it. He had the cycle right there. And he didn't pull the trigger on it.
Possibly,
he's gonna miss.
Yeah,
he's gonna miss the cycle again now. I do not agree with this routing decision. I think things are gonna start getting a little weird, but we'll see what happens.
Just make the next one.
Yes, but then he's gonna have to go back. They're gonna have the conversation. Yeah. He's gonna have to go back and grab.
He wants to run back. Yeah, might want to run through clear while they're arguing with the vase. So an interesting choice there. Yep, go straight for the vase. He's going to use that time while they're arguing to run through. But Tina's probably going to come for the desk next. So.
Yep, which again, it's not what you want. The goal after grabbing the vase is to stall Tina at the bottom.
Yeah, so this setup is probably going to guarantee that she is going to see that broken vase. Oh, she's going for the paintbrush.
Yeah, actually, I think
this might work out.
Yeah, he's going to get a little lucky here. But even if Tina does see, oh no, she's going to see it. Even if she does see it, he can grab the paintbrush. He can grab the paintbrush, yeah, and lure her down. So both the gate and the squirrel statue are higher priority than having the conversation about the broken vase.
That's something I learned during watching this tournament, that topiary is actually a squirrel. I had no idea it was meant to be anything.
Oh yeah. You can see his big bushy tail. So, and you definitely want to lure Tina here after clipping the rose with the bra, because for whatever reason, it doesn't slow the goose down when you run with it, but if you grab the sock, it does slow the goose down.
Faye had a little bit of a skirmish over there, but I think she has done both of the slippers, and the vase is about to get thrown over.
Yep, much cleaner back garden from both runners here. Yeah, Faye should be fine here. It's gonna be close, but oh no, nope.
Here we go.
Yeah, she missed the grab twice. And that cost her making the cycle. She could have made that. Woohoo! Briguy having a little trouble grabbing the pint glass. Those objects above the goose's head, super hard to grab.
The goose will try and angle its head to grab things, and sometimes when you're trying to run past something and grab it, it doesn't quite work. We're going to be very cautious here with this pint glass after what happened last time.
Yeah.
Hey, that actually, Briguy fell in on the second pint glass because he broke the first one going down, so he went for the gap in the bridge. And we're going to startle the old man.
I think he could have made that if he had just gone for it too. He hesitated and then he honked.
Yeah. Sometimes you can get a little bit stuck on the steps there as well.
That you can. But yeah, just kind of what I was thinking. Briguy got that one run in, and all of a sudden it's a lot cleaner here.
He hasn't broken the dartboard yet, so he's keeping an eye on the old man. Is that no? Okay, maybe not. I may have missed him getting the dartboard.
If he hasn't done the dartboard, he's gonna miss that cycle here. Yeah, he didn't do it, and he's gonna miss it. Yep, that you could tell. So yeah, he's gonna have about 30 seconds to wait here.
Use that time to lure the pub lady closer to her goal.
Oh, I am completely mistaken. I thought he was going to sit down on the harmonica.
I thought that too. Huh.
Sometimes that actually can happen. I think I don't know for sure, but I think the game has programmed RNG into it where NPCs will start doing one task and occasionally they will just stop doing it and go and do something else. And that can happen with the old man, and that might have been what happened there.
I have to watch that one again. It'll be interesting.
Which it would be very fortunate for Briguy.
We might have just seen it incorrectly. In any case, he is now onto the final task.
Yep.
It's very clean.
So, and Faye is not too far behind.
She's going to grab that toy boat.
Yeah, much better run from both of them. Oh, has Faye not done the pint? Oh, okay.
She might have. I think she also went to check on the old man as well, so I'm not sure whether she might be missing one of those objectives.
Well, this could be a high 14 or a low 15 for Briguy here, which would be a really good run if he's just kind of coming back into running Goose here.
I'm gonna see Faye. I think she just needs the stool, so
I hope it's the stool and not darts.
She's not making a run for it, so
I think it's darts.
We are just unfortunately gonna have to wait.
Yeah, she's got about 30 seconds to just dance around here. Which is even more unfortunate because she was definitely on PB pace. There you go. You can see that stall tactic with the
There we go.
ungrab and regrab on Briguy there to keep Vinny from taking the bell.
Is luring Pub Lady and Burly Man for her final task.
Yeah, good safety strats from Briguy. Faye having some trouble here getting. No, she keeps going too fast.
Yeah.
And now she went too slow. She overcompensated. It's nerve-wracking. No, she's going too fast again. She keeps going too fast. You have
this game
to
is sort of like the Goldilocks of speedrunning.
Yeah.
You can't go too fast. You can't go too slow.
So and all you want to do is get into the back of the pub to honk and lure him back there. But if you're going too fast on it, he's going to be too far away.
Oh, and I'm not sure if she's actually going to get back in time to drop that pail.
I hope so. Oh yeah.
There we go. Okay, phew, we're fine. Possibly the little scrum that the NPCs were having down there kept the Burly Man.
So, but unfortunately, she is no longer on PB pace from the mishaps that happened here.
Honk.
Yeah, I don't know why she honked there. That was quite bad. One honk can just cause you 15-20 seconds of time loss. Like, that's what I was saying before, you really need to be strategic.
48 from Briguy.
Yeah, GG for Briguy. That is
That's
a great
very good
run
time
for how little Goose he's been playing recently.
A great run. And we're going to see Faye finish this one off as well.
Oh, yeah.
Get past Vinny here. Yep. There we go. I detest that little part on the roof of the bin.
Yep. Again, that's another spot where if you're too close to the bricks, then then Vinny's gonna run into you and push you off. And if you're too far away from him, too cautious, then you're just not going to be on the ramp, and you can't actually get up into it. And
the boxes are all like square shaped, so you can't even sort of do our usual like little hover, put your neck over something and try and rise up it, along it. So if you get stuck in one of those corners, it's like, oh.
Plus the camera angle is like isometric in that spot, and you can't really judge properly. It's
yeah, the slope.
It's very difficult to judge if you're walking on the correct line up that little incline of boxes.
We're going to move a little bit cautiously because there's a chance that Vinny will still be here. Yep. Again. Nicely managed.
Hey, Briguy.
Hello.
Welcome.
Congrats, GG.
Thank you.
Question.
Yeah.
Before the first race, when was the last time you had done a run of 100% glitchless?
It had been maybe a month and a half or so, but I practiced for a good maybe hour yesterday and then 2 hours today. And was getting 15s, and then that first race happened, and I was what is going on?
That's why I wasn't sure if that was a pure D-rust for you. But that second run was really nice, really clean over.
Yeah, I was
15
much
is
happier
great.
with that. Yeah.
Just returning through the back garden so quickly on Faye's side, we did see that because she'd been slow on clipping the rows, that Roger's actually arguing with Tina. So sometimes that helps make up for your earlier slowness coming back through.
Yeah. How did you think of doing the reset for a backup strat when you fell in the canal?
Well, so I've never fallen in the canal. I didn't even know you could walk off the bridge there. I mean, I guess
it's a rite of passage.
It's a gap. and then I fell in and was like, I do not know how to get up through here from here.
That
so
was
I just
completely
reset.
the right call.
Yeah, I've had that happen a couple of times, and only thing I've ever thought of is to do that like really slow lap of shame that takes about 2 full minutes to do. So
Oh dear.
you made the right choice in not doing that and coming up with a strat that I will be copying should that ever happen to me in a no reset.
Yeah. I hadn't broken
Honestly,
a glass
testing-
in forever either, and like, so I don't know what was happening there.
You got like the bingo card of what can go wrong on the bridge
Exactly.
there.
So I broke the glass, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna play it super safe this time. I'm gonna go next to the big gap.
Yep.
I can't drop the cup.
Yep.
I know you can run off into the river. But
Oh yeah.
Nice. Same
And
as an 1844.
Faye. Yeah, not terribly off of her. Her PB I think is about 1806.
Low 18s, I think. Yeah.
1806. So much better from both of you guys in run number 2.
yeah, I think just shaking off the tourney, the start of it, right? Like I felt much more comfortable the second race.
Yeah, that's completely understandable. Big time nerves on your first race of a tournament. I get it completely. But big time improvement.
It's nice that we get to do best of threes here. It evens out our RNG a bit, and it allows people to settle in. So no, that was a really, really good second run actually, Briguy.
Thank you. Yeah, very happy with that one. That's sort of my target. I mean, like around the 15-minute mark would be great for races.
Yeah, I'm actually I feel the exact same way. If I get sub 15, I'm gonna be really happy with my run.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Faye.
That first run though.
Oh my goodness,
I feel
the
the
back
exact
guns.
same.
Oh gosh.
Also, can I not get a worst RNG Willy one time this tournament?
He's been at the back almost every time for you, hasn't he?
Literally every time, all 4 times.
Oh. Okay, well, good news is it is double elimination, so you're going to have another match.
Yeah,
so we've got another 2 times to find out whether he's going to spawn at the back.
at least 2 times.
GG, by the way, Bri.
Yeah, GG Faye.
So we're all going to go, quietly just beat up Roger after this, right? Because he was seriously not good to you guys in that first run.
He was not. Tina was also really bad to me. Like,
Yeah, but Tina's always bad.
she wasn't reacting to the honking. I mean, by that point, I'd already lost 3 minutes, so I didn't care, but...
Yeah. How did the reset go? Feel that helped overall?
Yeah, I think it did. I wasn't gonna get both of Roger's slippers with the way that it was sitting.
And did you just feel a bit calmer, or like you just screwed your head on a little bit more straight after that reset? It's just, I can do this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, although I then proceeded to not be able to get the old man to fall on his butt. Like 4 times. That first race just did not go well for me. I did everything poorly.
So yeah, and then in race number 2, it was really unfortunate in pub to miss the cycle for darts.
So close to, I barely missed it.
I know you were on a nice PB pace going into that, and then kind of those last 2 minutes or so of pub really hurt.
I mean, I wasn't on PB pace. I was 25 seconds behind or so.
It seemed like it was going well for you.
Yeah, I had a solid pub up until that point. I had a really good pub up until that happened.
Yeah, and then there were some issues with Vinny at the end as well, I think.
A little bit. My bell
Once
return
again, trying to herd humans around.
Oh my god!
We were just saying earlier, the Goose is like a sheepdog.
He was in the back both times on my return.
Yep.
He was he wanted to give you a nice hug and congratulate you.
There's a reason that my emote is a D20 showing a 1 for my RNG emote.
Oh boy. Well, hopefully we can roll some 20s next time.
Hopefully.
But we're going to see Willie next to the sprinkler. We're going to see everyone just in the right places. I'm hoping for you.
I'm hoping for me too. I'm also, before my next race, I'm going to be working on a lot of the updated strats because, as was pretty evident from this, I'm still using strats from 3 months ago.
So I think that's okay.
That. We had fun commentating that actually because Briguy actually quite similarly in the strats. So we got a nice mirror. You guys were pretty much on like neck and neck up until the back gardens, and of course the NPCs there just do their own thing. So
yeah, well, yeah. Once I start working on some of the new strats, like I need to learn trowel and I need to get the consistent back gardens down. I think those two things are going to do a lot for me.
Yeah.
For sure, and you've got a little bit of time waiting on, I think at least like 2 rounds of prior matches to go through. So probably a good bit of time, maybe a week, 2 weeks at least. So
yep, that's the plan. I'm gonna try and grind those down.
Sounds.
And to anyone watching this, couple of weeks is actually a really good amount of time for anyone to jump into this game, this category. Any percent glitchless is an excellent category to get your feet wet on Untitled Goose Game.
We've had some runners go from playing the game for the first time to getting a 15-minute time in I think about 1 week.
Yeah,
just recently.
We had another runner who joined during the tournament. Actually, went from a 44-minute to a 22-minute in less than 2 days.
So, yep.
And that's
anyone
all credit.
Who's looking to learn, it's not too bad, not too hard to pick up. We don't have too many upcoming matches scheduled, but we're working on getting a few of those on the calendar. Stay tuned. We do have 4 or 5 matches that are ready to go out and to be entertaining for everyone out there watching. Make sure to stay tuned to the schedule to find out when those are going to be happening. Any final words, Briguy or FeyChrysalis?
Yeah, thank you so much to both of you for commentating and for SpeedGaming for hosting the tourney. I'm looking forward to some more matches. So just getting started.
Yeah, same. Definitely huge shout outs to Ailcat and Tasselfoot for commentating, and thank you, Bri, for a wonderful race.
Yes,
though I'm just gonna say #called it. I wasn't gonna beat a former world record holder. Let's be real.
We'll see if you got some strats that you're working on. I don't know. I'll see you when we meet again in the losers bracket.
Fair enough.
To see once you start grinding those new strats.
I'm gonna work on it.
So
yeah,
cool. Thank you guys so much, and we're going to sign off here then.
Bye.
Any final words, Allie?
Look, I'm looking forward to the rest of the tournament. It's going to be really, really great to actually. I'm really champing at the bit to play my first match. So
me too. Me too.
Yep. So and I'm hoping to meet lots of other great runners during the tournament. And of course, if you want to know more about speedrunning Untitled Goose Game, the community is a great place. You can jump in, check out all the leaderboard runs. Like, if you are messing around, this game has prompts you to speedrun it. So you want to speedrun it, but once you start watching your first world record run, it's like, oh, I can drop my time so much. So come hang with us.
Yep, we are fun people, probably. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you, SpeedGaming, and we will see you all next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.